There's one thing I do want to say. When it comes to our society, when it comes to males and women, and just in general, when it comes to these our gender roles, it's like majority of men, not even majority of men, but there are more men who will go unnoticed in society, in reality, than women. And I watched a little video, and he was explaining how women desire attention more than man does. It's like they value attention more than men do. And it's like, damn, let me really put that into perspective. Like, I realize, like, hey, like, I don't fight for attention. I don't, when it comes to trying to not be validated, but when I need compassion, I don't seek attention for my compassion. When I seek compassion, I quite literally just look in the mirror. I just go outside. I'm like, you know what? The world will see me. I'm like, nature will see me. The air will see me. The fucking sky will see me. If women who I'm attracted to are not seeing me, the world will see me. But when it comes to women, it's like they can actually fight for men to cater to that type of need, to that type of want. And it's different. Like, just in general, it's different when it comes to the things women ask for and the things men ask for. We don't value the same things. We don't carry ourselves the same way to get those same things. And this is just because one thing that is known, that is new to me. It's not new to me, but well, it's new to me in the sense of I'm on the opposite side of it, because there used to be a time where I was genuinely, I wouldn't say a simp, but when it came to female validation and attention, like, I used to be like, you know what? I will get on all fours and praise the ground you walk on, because I want to be the one, like, I want to be chosen. Not even just chosen, but I want to be seen by your presence. And I know how much men thrive for that type of attention. And I see how women treat men who thrive for that type of attention. It's one of those things where it makes me kind of sad, because it's like the dudes I've interacted with who have partners, and within their partnerships, it's like their woman is like, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. They get a different side of that woman compared to me. It's like the side their lady picks up is a more masculine role. It's a more commanding role. And it's one of those things that is at times upsetting, because that's not her fully being in her grace. And that's just because the men around aren't making her feel comfortable to sit within her grace, aren't making her feel comfortable to understand her power, for, like, to be at ease, because her nature is to receive. And yeah, she's going to say, hey, can you do this for me, can you do this, but it isn't the same. It's like, it's not the same presence when it comes to commanding. It's like, for me, it's like my interaction with these girls, it's like they're of service. It's like I'm of service with my presence and the things I have to say, my wisdom. And mind you, this is another thing. When people ask, like, for a provider, when women say they want a provider, oftentimes subconsciously they don't understand what they're actually asking for. When it comes to them being like, oh, I want a man who has money, this and this and this, they will still end up in situations where men have money and still are unsatisfied, because it's not money they're asking that man to provide. They're asking that man to provide solutions. They're asking that man to provide direction. They're asking that man to provide safety. They're asking that man to provide conformity, or not conformity, but comfort, like comfort. And these things are important. And we have to understand that these are subconscious things, and not even just subconscious things, but these aren't material things. These aren't material things women are actually fully desiring, because women attract material. And that's another thing that a lot of women don't understand about their nature. They naturally attract material. You could be with a man, you can genuinely be with a man, and other men will still give you things. Other men will still fight to give you things. And that's within your nature. That your nature is to be given resources. And majority of women don't actually understand that that's their nature and feel comfortable in doing that. It's like they feel comfortable commanding a man around and telling him what to do, but they don't feel comfortable just saying, I need to receive. I need to be comfortable sitting in my seat. It's like, it becomes it becomes very imbalanced, and it gets to the point where women become more masculine, and when women become more masculine, it's like the men who are actually in their full healthy masculine energy, when they really embody that, they are turned off very much by a very masculine woman. It's like when a woman's genuinely not in her nature, it becomes a turnoff, and it actually pushes us away to the point where it's like, ew, like I don't want to be with another man. Like you're competing with me when you don't know what it is that I do as a man, yet you have this idea of what you think I should do as a man because you think the role of the things that you didn't have growing up. This is just me saying, like, women who didn't grow up with healthy masculines around. It's like they put that role of what was missing, what they think was missing, what they think would have been better if it was around. It's like they have that imaginative version of what that looks like. And so when the actual healthy masculine comes in, and it's like boundaries, it's like a man's able to put up boundaries and say no. He's going to be able to say no, we're going to walk in this direction. Please don't talk to me that way. Please don't treat me that way. I'm not going to acknowledge you throwing a fit. It's like you can throw a fit, but I'm not going to cater to it. It's stuff like that where it's like when they actually witness stuff like that, when they witness that they can't just get their way, it makes them upset, but that makes them fall back into their femininity to just be able to receive what it is that they are being given. Because if their nature is to be given, like is to receive, it's like you have to be open to actually receiving. And like that means guidance, that means truth, that means reflection, that means a lot of things. You have to actually be open to receiving a lot of things, but women haven't been operating within their actual divine feminine, and so they've been pushing and commanding, and it's like yuck. It's like it's like men who are actually in their divine masculine energy, they're turned off by it, and it gets to the point to where it's like you're pushing me away because you're trying to compete with me. I don't want to compete with you. You're not another man. I'm trying to see you as my suitor. I don't want to compete with you. I'm not trying to compete with our love. I'm not trying to compete for my role in our love. You feel me? It's like that's not what I'm finna do, because there's no need for that. Because within a healthy masculine is a man who has a healthy feminine energy and knows that he can receive the type of energy he actually needs. And if it takes more time to find that partner, of course he's gonna wait. It's like there's no rush. Why? Because he's looking for an actual suitor to carry his seed. When you're healthy about that, you understand the power of your seed. You understand the power that you hold within you, and you understand that that's not something you just play around with and you just dump it into anybody. It's like that's something you actually hold to yourself, and until you find someone who has the vessel and who holds the balance of fertile grounding for a baby to blossom in, for a beautiful home to blossom in, it's like we're gonna retain that. We're gonna retain that, and even within that, it's like the type of attention a healthy masculine gets is very different than the men who are not within that. It's like the men who are fighting for attention, the men who are fighting for validation, the men who are people pleasing. It's like when you're in that energy of people pleasing and always trying to cater to what other motherfuckers got to do or want you to do or want you to be, it's like, no, you're not fully in your masculine, because your masculine is understanding your presence, understanding the power of your presence, understanding that, hey, not everybody should be able to command me around. Not everybody should be able to tell me what to do. And that's not just being confrontational, but there is a type of confrontation when it comes to being men. It's like there is that level of confrontation where you have to check some authority. Sometimes people have a sense of authority over you that they actually should not wield. And so there are times where you actually have to check that. And when that goes unchecked, that's when you get pushed around. That's when other women and other men sense that energy in you, and they also push you around. And when you start getting pushed around, just in general, that's when your energy becomes less value. And then your woman sees that. It's like your partner starts to see that, like, oh, it's not just me pushing you around, but the world is pushing you around. Now she has less respect for your energy. Now she has less respect for what it is that you actually do. And now when somebody else comes around, when it's like another man comes around and she tries to play these same manipulation tactics or the same games that she plays with her man because her man doesn't have balls and doesn't stand up for himself or isn't comfortable being in his masculine energy, guess what? Now she's starting to feel some type of way. But the thing is, it's like she's feeling some type of way, but it's the way that you would not expect. She's actually admiring what is happening. She's admiring the fact that she's not able to push boundaries. She's admiring the fact that she's not able to just manipulate that man. She's admiring those things. Even if in the moment it makes her feel like, hey, what the fuck? You got me fucked up. But over time it becomes something she admires because, hey, it's like at times it's like women are like, I don't know. Like I don't know where to go. Like I'm not finna go step outside and say, let's go on this adventure and let's go outside in the middle of the dark. Majority of women aren't comfortable going to explore in the middle of the dark, especially at nighttime in unsafe areas. Men are comfortable with doing those things. Men are comfortable being out in public alone and in places where there is harm, where there is danger. It's like women aren't comfortable doing those things. And so when it's like, there's a difference. Of course, I'm not saying women can't lead their direction, but it's different when women are playing the leader role because they aren't the protector. It's like they are not genuinely the protector. It's like they're protecting the emotional parts of ourselves. It's like they're here to cater to our heart. They're cater to allow men to be soft. But we have to allow women to be soft. It's like as men, women can't be soft for us unless we allow them to be soft. And with that's just, again, understanding your command, checking others when you need to check them, because that's how you keep your women safe. That's how you keep the women in your family safe, is knowing that, hey, there are people who are going to push my boundaries. I am comfortable with saying, leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck up out of here. If there is really an issue, we can actually settle this. It's like, not even just that, but healthy masculine energy knows when to fight, knows when not to fight. They also know the power of their tongue. It's like saying certain words actually makes aggressors feel some type of way, because intelligence intimidates people. And when you really have the power to analyze someone's presence and their energy, and you can pick them apart from it, and you can tell them what it is that is really going on within them, it makes them take a step back because they don't know how you're seeing them. They don't understand why you're seeing them. They don't like the depth of what you see in them because, well, if you can see that level of depth within me emotionally and where I'm hurting, you can probably see where I've hurt others. You can probably see where I'm insecure. And it's stuff like that that makes people back away and say, you know what, I don't want to fight this guy. Like, I don't want to be in that type of altercation because he's bringing up wounds. He's telling me I can see your wounds. Not even just saying I can see your wounds, but your wounds are wide open, and I'm about to pour lemon in them if you don't back the fuck up. And it's stuff like that where it's like, women desire those things. They actually desire those things. They desire that safety. They desire that comfort. But if you cannot provide that, that is the provider. That is the provider role women are asking you to provide. Safety, that comfort, that allows her to be in her feminine grace. Because there's always going to be more men who are going to see her beauty the same way you see her beauty, and they'll sit there and throw dollars at her just because. Nigga, she probably got hella stories of men giving her stuff that she's not telling you because you probably feel some type of way about that shit. Genuinely, to be insecure within your masculine energy is to not fully embrace the feminine. Genuinely, it's to not fully embrace the feminine, because the feminine's always going to be catered to. The world's always going to cater to her because she's always going to be a magnet. She's always going to be a magnet toward attraction. And so we have to be comfortable as men to know, hey, other motherfuckers are going to want to give her stuff. Other motherfuckers are going to want to treat her good as well. But I know who I am. If you know who you are, there's no reason to worry about the competition. There's no reason to fear that. Even if there was a situation where you got cheated on X, Y, and Z, if it really came down to it and you wanted to let her go, let her go. Like, if it really came down to it and you wanted to let her go, let her go. Why? Because that's not something to destroy you. It could never destroy you because you know who you are. If that's something that she tried to do to destroy you, it only destroyed her, because that's her safety. She now loses her safety. She now loses her level of comfort. She now loses her shield. And that's on her. That's on her. That's just part of the shit that goes down. You feel me? It's like, that's just part of the shit that goes down. But when it comes down to what men are actually providing, it's not monetary value. It's not monetary, because I can't buy I can't buy. It's like you can buy a bodyguard, but you can't buy that emotional safety. You can't buy someone who makes you feel comfortable to be fully in your feminine. There are people who buy bodyguards and don't feel safe still, like who still don't feel safe even with their bodyguards around. And so, again, there's a real command that you have to have over reality. There's not even just over reality, over your own energy. When you really command your own energy, other people are going to step in within your energy field and say, you know what, I know I can't do too much. I know for a fact I can't do too much, and I won't even try to do too much because that's danger. Like, that's actually danger. And then the people who you have within your energy field, other people around will sit there and be like, I can't mess with them. I want to, but with that motherfucker around, I cannot mess with him. Like, if that motherfucker's around, I can't do shit. Like, I can't do shit, I won't do shit. Even if I start talking shit and this motherfucker's by themselves, I know that motherfucker is still gonna be around eventually. And if they tell this nigga what happened, that nigga's gonna come to me. And that's not even worth it. And it's stuff like that where it's really real. Like, it's really real. And these things have real world impacts. It has real world impacts because if you're really not embracing your masculine as men, if you're not embracing your masculine abilities as men, but you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're shooting yourself in the foot. But a lot of men now aren't growing up with fathers. A lot of men now aren't growing up with healthy masculine energies in their life to say, hey, you need to be able to stand up on your own and you need to be comfortable with guiding yourself. Even if you only grew up around women, part of the reason why you have to still understand you have no excuse as to not be masculine is because you only grew up around women. That masculine role had to be filled by you. You had to become the protector. You had to become the guidance. You had to become the teacher. You had to become the wise one. You had to know when it was time to fight and when it wasn't time to fight. You had to know when it was time to cry and when it was time to put those tears away and keep moving. It's stuff like that where those are real examples, but majority of people don't see it that way. They at times blame their mothers or blame their environments for what it is that the feminine attributes that they have when they just don't embrace it. It's like, embrace your feminine qualities because at the end of the day, you're always going to be a man. And if you're always going to be a man, you're always going to be masculine. But if you're not acknowledging that masculinity within you, then you will not hold your power fully. And other people will sense that. Other partners will sense that. And then you end up in relationships where you're getting made fun of for being a man. It's like when you're in a relationship where you're being made fun and you're being like, her and her girlfriends are making fun of you for being a man, it's because you're genuinely not the man she wants you to be. There's nothing to laugh about when you are the man she wants you to be. It's like, you only get laughed at for being a man when you're not playing your role, when you're not standing within that purpose. Because around that, there's nothing else that's funny. It's like, genuinely, there's nothing else that's funny. It's like, it's admirable. Your traits become admirable when you're actually embodying them, when you embody it correctly. It becomes something to respect. It becomes something to acknowledge as good, not something to laugh at. And those who will laugh, it's like, those who will laugh about your energy will never do that in front of you. It's like, it becomes a shift. They will talk about you from a distance, but they will never say those things directly to you because you have that presence. It's like sitting there saying, oh, I'm going to beat up that lion. I'm going to go up to that lion and I'm going to punch you in the face. But then you walk up to a lion and it's a fucking lion. It's really a lion. And there are real masculines who will say, no, I'm going to fight that lion. I'm one of them niggas where I'm like, I want to fight that lion. Like, I want to fight that lion just because I just want to tussle with that lion. But understanding that, hey, not everybody can go up and fight a lion. Not everybody's willing to sit there and fight a lion. But is your woman comfortable telling you, if there was ever a situation to fight a lion, you think she would feel safe enough in your energy to even think that you can walk past a lion comfortably? It's like, that's something you really got to think about, because that's her being in her divinity. That's you being in your divinity. Because if she feels comfortable, if there's a big ass lion and both of you guys are walking, is there a big ass lion on your path, and she still feels comfortable to walk past that motherfucker, even if she is actually scared, because she knows that she has a shield that is going to protect her and that is willing to use that energy to push things away, because other animals understand that as well. Other animals definitely understand that. And animals, if you're truly in your masculine, if you're truly within your power and your purpose, other animals would not intrude on that. It can be a lion, it can be a gorilla, but if you're really standing in your presence, that motherfucker's not going to test you. Why? Because it understands that. It understands that nature. It's like, okay, this ain't the one to fuck with. Like, because you become the alpha. And that's real shit. It's real shit. But niggas not going to like it because it makes them look at what they do and be like, damn. So I've been groveling at the dirt for no reason. I've been subjecting myself to lower standards for no reason. Yes. I think as men, we need to hold ourselves to higher standards when it comes to praising and worshiping women, because you can have a sense of praise and worship and admiration, but it should never be something that is your entire being when it comes to your presence within your partner, because I believe that praise should go both ways. And if it's not going both ways, if you're the only one kissing the ground, then you look like a fool. It's like, to me, if you're the only one kissing the ground, you look like a fool, because why are you not standing beside her? You're too busy kissing the ground she walks on, and there are men who are standing beside her. And she's going to cater to the men who she can look in the eyes. Those are the men she's going to give to. Even if you're in a relationship, those are the men she's going to give to. The ones who are looking her in the eyes and saying, you don't have to give me nothing. I'm not asking for shit, but I'm here standing here next to you, and shit, I can see this motherfucker's on the ground. I see this motherfucker's on the ground with his head down talking about, I want to do whatever I can for you, but they can't even stand next to you. And that's real. It's like, those are real things women pick up subconsciously. Like, oh shit, this nigga's not standing next to me. He's too busy kissing the ground I walk on. This motherfucker doesn't even see that I have value outside of this, outside of his admiration. He's too busy kissing the ground that he's not checking me. He can't check me. He can't tell me what I need. I need shit. There's advice I need. There's things that I need to know. But I can't come to this motherfucker for that advice. I have to go to my homegirls. I have to go to other women, when in reality, we need men to tell us advice. We need other men to give advice. We actually need that. That is our brotherhood. And if she can't go to another, it's like, even if her partner, it's like, the sense is her partner should be another person to go to for wisdom. It's not someone who she should go to and be like, I got another opinion, but I don't fucking throw it away in the trash. It's someone she should value their opinion of. But mind you, these men are sitting there kissing the ground of women who don't even value themselves, who don't even see what this man is seeing in them. They look in the mirror and they feel ugly. They look in the mirror and they feel unjust. They feel unwise. They feel insecure. And you're telling me you're kissing the ground of a woman who doesn't have stable grounding? She doesn't see those things in herself. So the things that you're saying to her, she's grabbing it, throwing it out the window, because she doesn't think you're taking her seriously just because you're sitting there seeing qualities that she doesn't see in herself. So she instantly is thinking, this motherfucker's full of shit, low key. Even if he's good intention, he's still full of shit. He's really not telling me what it is, because I can't see this in myself. And I will never be able to see this in myself until I'm able to see it in myself. You can't tell me to see it in myself, because I have to acknowledge that in myself. But he doesn't give her the space for her to acknowledge that in herself, because he doesn't call her out on her bullshit. It's like, damn, girl, you don't see yourself as beautiful and amazing, X, Y, and Z? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, you got to really check them and be like, what are you doing? Why are you not acknowledging your presence? Why are you not acknowledging your power? Where is your truth? Why are you not understanding your truth? Why are you not letting this be your truth? And these are real things, because it's like, these are the questions that women need. They need to sit there and look at that stuff. It's not a sense of, oh, I'm going to just praise you and praise you and praise you until you believe. Because there are plenty of people who get praised and they don't believe they're ready. They're supposed to have their positions. There are people who get told that they have the potential to be better and they don't rise up to it because they don't believe. And so you have to sit there and ask her, why are you not believing? Why are you not trusting? What about you is not allowing yourself to trust yourself? And these are real questions, because these are the real guidance she needs. This is the real provision that needs to be provided. because it's a mental, at the end of the day, it's a mental game. So if you can't stimulate her mentally, she's already fantasizing about somebody else. She's already dreaming about something else. She doesn't care about what's in front of her. What's in front of her is just something in front of her. It's like she can't see you because you're too busy groveling at the ground. You're too busy worried about what she's doing, what she's up to. She doesn't have time to be within her space. Now she has to put extra boundaries down. Now she's more assertive. Now she's feeling more push. Now she's giving more pushback. Why? Because you're not allowing her to be within her feminine grace. Because you're acting within your feminine. You're like, as a man, he's acting within his feminine, but too overacting. It's like there's no balance. There's no balance within that. And it's like, as men, we have to understand that, hey, attention isn't always for us. It is not always for us. And that's something we have to understand, because if you did not have a woman, you are not sitting there the center of attention. It's like majority of the time, men are not the center of attention. It's like superstars are known for that, but that's even within that, even within what they do. It's like their women end up the center of attention. It's like that's just part of it. The feminine's always going to attract more than the masculine, because the masculine isn't meant to attract. It's meant to command. It's meant to direct. Feminine is meant to attract. And she's always going to attract that attention. But again, you're kissing the feet of a woman who doesn't trust herself. You're kissing the ground she walks on when she doesn't feel like that ground is stable. And she doesn't think you're creating a more stable ground for her. The reassurance does help, yes, but it doesn't allow her to stop being insecure. She won't be insecure until you sit there and allow her to be fully within her grace. But how do I let her be fully within her grace? You stand up on your own. You stand up next to her. It's like, realistically, how do you do that? It's like, you get the fuck up. It's like, you stop kissing everything that she does. You stop kissing all her wounds and all her bandages. It's like, there gets to a point to where it's like, damn, you did some shit and you're not proud of what you did. I can't sit there and, if your morals yourself don't align to what it is she did, it's like, you can't sit there and kiss those wounds. You feel me? You got to sit there and be like, well, yeah, you shouldn't have done that shit. Like, realistically, what were you even trying to go for? What am I trying to hold you to? It's like, you need to have that ability to hold women to their divinity, to their grace. But then again, these are it's like the problem becomes insecure women get with even more insecure men. The insecure men kiss the ground of the insecure women. They keep their head down because they don't want to look up, because they're afraid that woman doesn't see beauty in them. And so guess what? It just gets worse and worse. And then this is when cheating end up coming in, and quite literally it's just women being like, well, look, this man is actually going to cater to me in the way I need. Not that he has the wealth, not that he has the finances, not that he has the physical resources like a house or anything, this and this. A woman will be comfortable fighting to be with a homeless man. A woman will be comfortable fighting to be with a homeless man if that man is able to put boundaries, if that man is able to just stand on his own, if that man is able to just command who he is in reality and say, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about me. I don't care about what anyone thinks about me. They're going to always gravitate toward those niggas. Why? Because they're given direction. They feel safe because that man feels safe in who he is, even if who he is opposite of reality, is opposite of the norm. He feels comfortable within his masculinity. So they feel comfortable within his masculinity, and they will do a lot more things for that man than the man groveling at her feet. Why? Nigga, you at my feet. You at my fucking feet. Nigga, you finna get kicked if you don't get the fuck up. That's literally how it is. And it's like these women step on these men, and these men are comfortable with it. They admire it. They desire it because they don't get any other attention. And then that's one of those things where it's like, nigga, you need to value your own energy. And the fact that you don't value your own energy, you will always be stepped on. You will always be stepped on. And all women will sit there and it's like they can smell it on you. They know. It's like they will always know that you're insecure because it's the way you stand. It's the way you ask questions. It's the way you say things. It's like they will always know you're insecure. It's like they will always know that shit. And when you are secure in yourself, they will always be attracted to it. They will always come to you when it's something they need actual advice for. They will sit there and ask you, and they will say thank you. They won't say, damn, like I should just ask somebody else, or you really don't know then. Because they will sit there and listen. Even if they don't want to hear it, they will sit there and listen. Because again, when you're commanding, it's different. It's different. You're commanding her mind to work. You're commanding her to, you're giving her an input. You're giving her light within her darkness. You're feeding her. You are providing. That's the real providing women want. They want you to provide that safety. They want you to provide that masculine energy that they need so they can be fully within their feminine. And you, as men, we should be able to command, hey, I need someone who stands within their feminine. I'm not going to compete in masculinity with a woman. And there's not to say there any disrespect to that in general, but it's one of those things where we have to actually acknowledge that within ourselves and say, no, I'm not going to compete with that. Because what am I competing for? I know who I am. I know who I am. You are not me. You are not me. You are not going, it's like you are not me. Even if you are around a bunch of men and you feel the most masculine out of all of them, they will still see you as something to grovel over. They will still see you as something to goon to or to be attracted to. It doesn't matter what type of way you dress yourself up, they will still be attracted to you. It's like they will still be attracted to you because you're still feminine. They will always still be attracted to you. You can't. That's not something you can genuinely get rid of because that is within our nature. But understanding that you need to find a man who allows you to be comfortable within your nature, and you need to find a man who's gonna tell you, hey, gang, you around the wrong type of men. Like, these aren't the type of men you need to be around. Like, why are you in the presence of men who are only here because they see something within you sexually? Not even just sexually, but they're fantasizing about you in ways that is quite distasteful. And these men are insecure. These men aren't trusting themselves. These men aren't comfortable showing their true colors around other men who stand within that power. They will never sit there and hold themselves the same way someone who believes in themselves will do that. But the fact that there's more insecure men than women, it's like they feel stronger within that. It's like the weak move in packs. The strong stand alone. It's like they can stand alone. Not saying the strong always stand alone, but the strong can stand alone. The weak have to always move in packs. They have to always move in packs. Even if they are alone, they don't last long. They need to move in packs. And so that's what I'm saying. All that to say, stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch, nigga. Stop being a fucking bitch. Stop doing that shit. Stop kissing that damn ground she walk on. Like, if you know she don't deserve that ground to be kissed on, stop doing it. Stand up next to her and tell her where to fucking walk. If you know she's heading in the wrong direction, nigga, grab her hand and say, we going this way. What the fuck is you doing? Literally, you gotta sit there and be like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? We going this way. Because you really on some bullshit. Like, you really on some bullshit. Of course, don't tell it to her like that. But it really comes down to it to be like, no, you're on bullshit. And I'm not gonna put up with bullshit. I'm not gonna be with a partner who's on bullshit. I'm not gonna cater to bullshit. So we're gonna walk in a better direction. We're gonna walk in a direction that steers us both to prosperity. Why? Because I have the clarity of where that prosperity exists at. I know how to identify the magnetism that I'm seeking. You feel me? But you have to be secure. If you're not secure in yourself, women will never feel secure around you. And they will make fun of you. They will think it's okay to laugh at you. They will think it's okay to make fun of you. They will think it's okay to say what it is that you provide isn't worthy. Because you're not secure in what you provide. I don't have no cash. I don't have no bread. But I know when I'm in the room with a bunch of other women, I know for a fact they are more comfortable being next to me. They are more comfortable being in my energy. Why? Because I myself, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I will call shit out. Even if I don't agree, even if the majority of the room thinks this way, I will stand alone within my thoughts and be comfortable within that. And it's desirable because that means they can be truly who it is that they want to be. even if other people question it, they can be truly themselves to the fullest and know that there's somebody who's going to allow them that grace. But too many of y'all are comfortable with conforming, and so guess what? Oh, my queen, I'm gonna praise the ground you walk on. Please, even if you don't talk to me, I will do anything to fight for your attention. Meanwhile, she's always gonna get attention. She's always gonna get attention. Even women you don't think would get attention are still getting attention. Is it always the attention they desire? No, but they're always going to get attention. So be the correct attention. Be the healthy attention that she needs. Because when you feed her the right type of attention, she will feed you the right type of femininity that you need to hold your heart. That's Isaiah Raw. I had to get that shit off my chest. I don't even know where that shit came from. Realistically, I don't even know why I had to make this video. But I had to make this video for somebody out there. Somebody out there need to hear that shit. So it's Isaiah Raw. Peace out. Much love. Yada yada yip yay.